Please welcome the wickedly talented
Betches Video Club.
There's a mistake. You guys won Best Picture.
Nominees are...
Welcome back to Betches Video Team Video Club. It's the show where the Betches Video Team talks all things movies and TV. And today we are talking about the Emmys, baby. The Emmys are coming up. This is really like where we are in our element. We're talking about, in a really serious way, current TV shows. And today we're going to focus on dramas. And next week we're going to talk about comedies. So we're splitting it up, all right?
It's kind of like those two masks. Like, and then,
It's literally exactly
so
like that.
today we are.
Yeah. Hence our uniform. Really sad and
Dark,
dramatic.
dank, sad, dramatic.
Well, what's interesting is, and we'll get into this, but some of these dramas are quite funny.
On the flip side, a lot of those comedies are quite dramatic.
Yeah, little insider scoop. We did record our comedy episode before this, even though it's coming out after. So for a little giggly, a little upbeat, that's why, okay?
That's show business.
We're very
Say
fun,
it,
very
say it.
cool people.
That's showbiz,
And that's
baby.
showbiz, baby.
Yeah. That's showbiz, baby. That's just the life of a...
Show girl.
Show girl? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Ryan.
I'm sorry. You queued
Resident
it up
Swiftie
perfect.
fired. Our first award that we're giving out, our first Betchy, is Supporting Actress in a Drama. Your nominees are Patricia Arquette, Severance, Carrie Coon, The White Lotus, Catherine Lanaza, The Pitt, Julianne Nicholson, Paradise, Parker Posey, The White Lotus, Natasha Rothwell, The White Lotus, Amy Lou Wood, The White Lotus.
The White Lotus.
Sort of giving The White Lotus is nominated with a couple other people.
Yes.
White Lotus and Friends.
White Lotus and Friends. Let's just focus on the White Lotus of it all here, because I do think that those are the true competitors for this award. Patricia Arquette and Severance, true contender. But I think there's just a lot of love for the White Lotus out there. I think in like such a powerful way that it will not overcome Patricia Arquette here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I do wonder though if maybe like the White Lotus fans will be split up and maybe
Totally.
maybe a Patricia Arquette can
that's
sneak through
interesting.
because of that.
But
Yeah,
it's
that's
not up to the
interesting.
fans, though. It's up to the Television Academy.
Yeah, but those are.
Take those glasses off, my friend. Jesus.
I think that they're probably fans of television though. No.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
they're certainly fans. Here's my thing. Well, they're
certainly fans.
Well, they're certainly fans, but if we're really being specific and honest here, I do think there is something to be said for the Jennifer Coolidge effect of the White Lotus being that girl.
Yeah,
from,
that girl.
From the season, and Parker really had that for me this season. Like, she was the one talked about online and had all the memes and like had just like all the buzz around her and was an amazing actress. However, I do think it's important to note White Lotus being in the drama category this year, not the comedy, because I do think that potentially would support her more if she was a comedic being nominated in the comedy category.
Wait, was it a comedy last year?
Yes, for the
Really?
first 2 seasons for Jennifer, for the first 2 seasons, it was technically it was categorized as a comedy. Well, the first year was an anthology. Now it's like a series.
They're going where they see opportunity.
Wait, you should wear these glasses
Are you
more.
sure?
You are
Can we
just...
get a fact check on that?
You can
Skylar,
fact
could you
check
fact
it,
check that for
but
us?
It was never a comedy.
Jack, it was never a comedy.
okay. So
Was
for
it-
me, I'm kind of serving.
Was it an
Yep.
anthology?
A limited or anthology, and now it is a drama series.
Okay,
So
gag.
Jack,
So maybe
careful with the
okay.
glasses, okay?
Yeah, those are really powerful. We trusted you with those on.
I would still say Parker has maybe that support, but I do think Carrie really stood out this season. For me, her best moment when they were at the dinner table and they finally started to be fully honest with each other. And she goes, "You're fake and pretentious and fronting like your life is perfect all the time. And you're," well, I forget what she said to the actress. Yeah, basically. And you're a Trump voter.
Yeah.
Like, that was just like, I was like, you better eat, girl. Like, she's out here. And just the delivery of that, like, it wasn't yelling. It's just like, no.
Bam.
Let me just tell you how it is. I got to shout out Natasha Rothwell, too.
Oh, friend of the office,
UCB
Natasha.
alum. Natasha's been here before. And also, she is just... She's so good in this season. She's so good in this series. Her character arc is so amazing. And, like, she is so good in this and so engaging and, like, really carries the whole idea of this storyline with Greg and whatnot. And like,
She's on her computer. She's looking things up.
She's
like,
looking things
something's
up.
going on here.
and her getting to have her romantic moment too, and her becoming rich and doing the same thing to that guy that Jennifer Coolidge's character did to her season 1, because he wanted to start that business with her, and then at the end she's like, yeah, I just don't think it's gonna work out. And I was kind of like, you know what,
Her love
get
interest.
yours, get yours.
Well, I think we should give this award away.
Yeah.
I think we know.
Really?
Who do you want? Who do you
Carrie.
want? You want Carrie?
We're sort of a united front for
I
Carrie.
think we're gonna. I think
with a lot
Well,
with a lot of love for the others.
With one Parker insurgent.
And the Betchy for outstanding supporting actress in a drama goes to tie. Parker Posey, the White Lotus, and Carrie Coon, the White Lotus.
That feels good.
Okay, that feels good. So
That
we're all
sounds
right.
good.
So we're all right.
Okay, moving right along to Best Supporting Actor in a Drama. Your nominees are Zach Cherry, Severance, Walter Goggins, The White Lotus, Jason Isaacs, The White Lotus, James Marsden, Paradise, Sam Rockwell, The White Lotus, Tramel Tillman, Severance, John Turturro, Severance. This is stacked.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot to say here.
Severance versus White Lotus.
Severance versus White Lotus. That's the story of this category.
Yeah.
That's sort of the story of the dramas.
Yeah,
I
totally.
think. And the Pitt is in there too.
Tess, you look poised to say something.
Well, yes, I have.
Come on. Come on. So Tess, at what point do we just bring the paper, you know?
Because I wanted to look uniform, but I can't. I folded it nicely.
Yeah,
You
no,
see?
it's well done.
For those on audio only, Tess has a note card that unfolded into a full piece of paper.
Full 8.5 by 11.
You guys are good at arts and crafts. You like cutting things and gluing things, and you're all very type A, and I appreciate that.
Let's just
For
hold
the
these up for the
type Bs
viewers.
out there.
Type A versus type B.
This is normal, and this is good, and this is fine, and you are enough.
That's beautiful. And also, if you need it to look like this for your mind, that's okay too.
That's actually
your mind.
that's actually good too.
For your mental health,
For
if
your
you
mind.
need it to be this way, that's okay, and I see you. I sort of just want to go down the line, and I want you to talk about your favorite actor and what moment from the show earned them the nominee here.
Mine is Zach Cherry
I
from
love that.
Severance.
Yeah.
I think because he's based in comedy, like he's a comedic actor.
UCB
He's playing,
alum.
but he has this one scene where he's with his wife, and it's kind of confusing because like it's not his wife, but it is his wife kind of thing.
His innie is meeting his outie's
as
wife.
wife, and it's just like so wholesome and pure, and they're falling in love all over again.
Yeah.
And so he's playing this like confused character, but who's just so in love with this person. And it's almost like childlike because he's like, oh, I've never like felt, and it's so sweet and pure. And I think seeing that coming from like a comedic actor who's like very much like ba-da-ba, it was very sweet, and I think that's why he should win.
Really impactful moment. I totally agree. If I had to pick a moment for Zach, it's that first episode where he's like meeting her again.
So I am going with John Turturro.
Hell yeah.
I think he was such a powerhouse this season. The episode where they're like in the snow,
Yep.
and he's like, "That's not the real Hallie," and he like starts drowning her, and then they reveal it's not the real Hallie, and then he has like whole relationship with Christopher Walken. He's like plays such a good like tender like lover, not lover. He plays like
What show were you watching?
he plays such a tender like love interest, and then he has that dinner scene with Christopher Walken and his actual husband. He was so good this season.
I also love that moment when they're in the train station and they're saying goodbye.
Yeah.
It's chilling. It's sad.
And I think people really love John Turturro in the industry, and I think he was gonna win.
I'm going to continue the Severance love here. My pick is Tramel Tillman. Let's talk about an excellent actor who's hot and can dance. I mean, that's a triple threat for me, honey. That's a triple threat. And the moment that earned him this nomination for me is the marching band episode where he is leading this, like, for all intents and purposes, an army of innies against the other innies. And he is putting on the biggest show of his life. He is dancing all around. Tramel is able to show so many different sides of this one character while making it all seem very much one character, which to me is one of the hardest things to do. Like, you're telling me this evil man who's like controlling and manipulating these innies is also able to turn it on for this big marching band dance scene. And I feel like it's the same character. I feel like this totally makes sense for him. It actually adds to like the creepiness factor. That is so hard to do.
And his lines are like meaty. Like he's got vocabulary in that. There's the one scene where they're telling him to do less.
The vocabulary moment is an incredible,
such a good scene. Oh, he's great. He is great.
Well, a little different for me here. I'm gonna shift to White Lotus. I do think Sam Rockwell was kind of came out of nowhere for me, and that's why I'm gonna stake a claim for him.
Sure.
Because that happened. His whole moment in the season happened late game. It was like second half of the season, maybe even like episodes 5 or 6, truly second half. And he won this nomination with one monologue, in my opinion, because he really doesn't do too much as a character. He's really got just some of those moments with Walton, and that's it. And it's this monologue about how he's, he was a partier and doing drugs, and then he's like having sex with girls, and then he wants to feel like a girl. And there's like this whole queer undertone that's like there. And it's a very meaty monologue, and he delivers it with such just ease. And yet, like, he lets all the words do the work, which is a hard thing to do as a deceptively hard thing to do as an actor, I feel. And I really think that he was impressive. But I also do think there's a case for, honestly, Jason Isaacs.
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds, because I know some people like complain about his performance, feeling like it was a little one note, but I felt like he did a very honest and accurate portrayal of what a man who was in that situation would be acting like.
I think those were all great arguments. I think mine was the best, and I think we should give away the award. And the Betchy for Best Supporting Actor in a Drama goes to John Turturro, Severance.
Yeah.
Brian, well done.
Thank you. I'm very excited. I hope he wins the Emmy. He already won the Betchy, so that should be enough.
And that should be enough for you, John. But we also hope you win the lesser award of Emmy. Your next award is Outstanding Actress in a Drama Series. Your nominees are Kathy Bates, Matlock, Sharon Horgan, Bad Sisters, Britt Lower, Severance, Bella Ramsey, The Last of Us, and Kerry Russell, The Diplomat. I think this is a shoo-in for Britt Lower.
Britttown.
Yeah, I agree.
Britttown, USA.
Britt is playing, and this is the thing with all the Severance actors, especially the leads. They are playing two characters, and they're doing both really well. It's arguably twice the amount of work. And that's all I have to say about that.
Gotta call out though, Bella Ramsey, non-binary actor,
Right.
forced into this into this binary ass system that we have for these award shows.
Right.
I don't have a solution. If you're gonna sit here and comment and be like, "Well, what's the solution?" And I actually don't have one, but
I
it
have
just
a pitch.
sucks.
I have a pitch of a solution if
Fab.
we want to go fast.
Pitch it.
I don't know why it's split up by gender at all. I feel
Right.
like it should be best comedy actor. Meryl Streep should be going up against like George Clooney. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be
That would be
good.
interesting.
Yeah.
That
It
would
be-
cause chaos.
Would you potentially give out two awards?
No, that negates the whole
just one.
solution.
One for all.
Yeah,
That's-
once for all. Hey, Television Academy, you guys need some fresh ideas. Reach out.
Yeah.
Right? We're cooking over here. I think we should just give out this award. I think it's
Yep.
pretty
Yeah.
clear, right?
Let's do it.
And the Betchy for Outstanding Actress in a Drama goes to, yes, of course, Britt Lower, Severance.
Yeah.
Snaps for Brit.
Snaps for Britt. Britt, you are incredible, and we love you, and you're doing incredible work.
We will send you this envelope.
And you
She's
look,
eating.
you look so good in a collared knit top.
Yeah.
All right, your next category is Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series. Your nominees are Sterling K. Brown, Paradise, Gary Oldman, Slow Horses, Pedro Pascal, The Last of Us, Adam Scott, Severance, and Noah Wyle, The Pitt. Really heavy hitters here.
Holy shit! This is like a category full of like already award-winning actors.
Icons. Category of icons.
I don't really fully understand. Spoiler alert. Pedro Pascal being nominated for Best Lead Actor.
what?
He dies at the end of episode 2. In season
Interesting.
2.
And then
So
they-
this is like the politics of the awards shows, right?
Yeah.
Do they have a lead actor?
After that, it's Bella Ramsey, basically.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Bella carries that
Bella
show.
carried the whole show.
And I also think their relationship, like the father-daughter relationship, was like kind of like boring.
Yeah.
Like we loved their like witty banter and stuff, and the whole season was Pedro Pascal being like, she won't talk to me, and it's like oh my god. But no, that the scene where he dies is that's Bella. That's Bella.
Bella
It
and
feels
Caitlin
like an
Dever,
awards
Devers.
grab, right?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
trying to slot as many people into as many awards as they can.
He's in some flashback scenes, I will say, throughout the season, but it just doesn't feel appropriate for him to be Best Lead Actor.
I believe y'all, if you're not watching Slow Horses, which I know you're not, because the girlies are not, the
It's
girlies aren't
so-
watching it. You're gonna want to turn.
You're
it on.
gonna want to turn on. It's so intricate, and Gary Oldman is playing this disgusting character,
Disgusting.
and you love him,
Yeah.
which is hard to do. And
Hard
it's
to
like,
make me love a smelly,
Yeah.
nasty man.
Constantly burping and farting.
Constantly burping and farting. And I
there's
love
like
the guy.
8 different storylines, and they all come together, and
Sort of hard to follow.
It is a little hard to
Can't
follow.
be on your phone while you're watching it.
No,
No.
you can't.
Not a
You
phone
really
show.
can't.
It's also a binge show. I feel like you kind of need to binge it
To keep the
keep
threads.
up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
That's true.
I think it's going to be Adam Scott.
This
Yeah,
feels like
I
Adam
agree.
Scott easy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Scott, I mean, there's so much to be said for Adam Scott this season. All of those phone scenes where he's, or the camcorder scenes
Yep.
where he's recording himself, that whole episode's incredible. The last episode is arguably the best episode of television ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Ever made.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
You know what I like about Apple is they know they have us. They know that they're going to make
yeah.
it so confusing because they have us. And with Severance, they really dragged it out, which we hated, but we loved at the same time.
Yeah.
And Apple knows that because they're not trying too hard. They're like, we know we have good stuff and you're going to watch it. And when you do, you're going to love it. And that's going to be that.
It also says a lot about how they treat their audience, right? They're like, we know you guys are smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true.
You don't need any help here. You just come with us.
On the flip side, there's a show like Paradise, which is also nominated, and Sterling K. Brown is nominated. It is kind of spoon feeding you a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like my daughter Jan is missing. Jan, my daughter, she's missing.
This to me is so easily Adam Scott.
Adam,
I think we should
yes.
give away
It's
the
kind of him.
award. And the Betchy for outstanding lead actor in a drama goes to Adam Scott, Severance.
So we sort of have a sweep in this office. This is a very Severance-oriented office from what
I
I'm
think
seeing.
we're in a Severance-oriented world.
Yeah, and I think Severance is going to do extremely well at the Emmys this year. I feel like they're going to be that show. You know, there's always that show at the Emmys. And I feel like they're going to be that show this year.
Totally. Okay, so this brings us to our last award, which is Outstanding Drama Series. Your nominees are Andor Season 2 on Disney, The Diplomat Season 2 on Netflix, The Last of Us Season 2 on HBO, Paradise Season 1 Hulu, The Pitt Season 1 HBO Max, Severance Season 2 on Apple, Slow Horses Season 4 on Apple, and The White Lotus Season 3 on HBO. I think we should each pick a show, and I want you to make a 30-second pitch for why it should win this category.
Great.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep. I'm going to do The White Lotus.
Okay.
Obsessed.
30 seconds on the clock.
Here we go. The White Lotus is a perfect TV show, in my opinion, and should win Outstanding Drama Series because it does so many things. It comments on friendship. It comments on love. It comments on relationships. It comments on sexuality and gender. It comments on class constantly. It gives
Halfway.
us so much innuendo. There's some of the best performances. I mean, the acting categories are littered with people from The White Lotus because there are just unreal performances in this season. And this series has just proven that it can keep reinventing itself every
Done.
single time.
Wow.
Oh, my choice is Severance. This is so easy.
3, 2, 1, go.
My 30-second pitch could just be watch Severance. Because that's all you have to do. It's so clear to me. Like, I don't need to argue very hard for this. Here's what I will say. Excellent across the board in every category. The writing, the set design, the casting, the directing, the DPing, okay? The sound mixing, the opening credits, all top notch. Not to mention, they have made this story extra complicated for themselves to tell.
Done.
Period. 30
I'm doing The
seconds.
Last of Us.
Here we go. Go.
Season 2, Episode 2 alone. Horrifying, action, heartfelt, and 2 words, Caitlin Davers. Her mom died 2 weeks before she filmed that final scene where she kills Joel, and she brought it. The emotion, the passion. It was amazing.
Halfway.
Also, the LGBTQ representation in such a heterosexual show. This is the kind of art that moves people. This is the one that changes perspectives. It's powerful, it's strong, and Pedro Pascal is hot.
Wait, you got it exactly on the
Whoa.
clock, Brian.
Wait, her mom died 2 days before
That was
that.
so
2 weeks.
good.
2 weeks, yeah.
That's crazy.
Wait, that made me want to watch it. Tess, who are
Okay.
you doing?
Okay, The Pit.
All right, ready?
Yes.
And go.
So The Pit, based on true events, it is about a hospital where horrible things happen every day, and we get to look into the looking glass of the hospital. What is more important than real life and reimagining what is real in real life?
Halfway, Tess.
And if you watch the first episode and nothing else, that's all you need to watch because it's just that intoxicatingly true.
And you had a little bit extra time, but that's okay. I think, Tess really took one for the team here. We're
The Pit,
all
intoxicatingly true. Betches Video Club.
we're all way behind the times and have not seen The Pit yet. Tess watched the first episode.
Loved it.
This took the nation by storm, this
Yeah.
show.
Good.
And it does the 24 thing, right? Which is 1 hour of the same day per episode.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Because we haven't seen it. But yes, it's 1 day.
I heard
and
it's The
so
Pits.
season 2 is the next day or no, another day.
Yeah,
not
it
the
makes
next day.
yeah.
Guys, really great job with your arguments. I think those
Thank
were
you.
all equally excellent. I'm sort of partial to Brian's, even though I haven't seen The Last of Us. I thought that was very strong
That's
speech and
a
debate
really
work, Brian.
good.
Very strong, Brian.
Yeah. Okay, and the Betchy for Outstanding Drama Series goes to The Pitt Season 1, HBO Max.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait, kind of crazy that all the Severance people won here, except then the Pitt won series.
We gotta watch the Pit.
Okay,
We've
well,
gotta watch The Pitt.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
even
gotta
matter
watch
if you
it.
don't win because we just gave you the most important award of all.
Well, they're filming right now. I think when season 2 comes out, I'd be down to do like
that'd
maybe
be
a live
fun.
situation HBO Max. If you're interested, reach out, honey. You know, a little rewatch,
Yeah,
a
the
little
Pit,
recap.
Pit will watch.
That is all for this week's episode of Betches Video Club. Tune in next week to hear us talk about the same stuff but comedies. Same episode but comedies, okay? And tune into the Emmys too. Apparently this is now an ad for the Emmys, and that's totally fine. And where can everyone find us in between Mondays when you're just yearning for a little bit more of us?
At the Jack Maloney.
I'm at Madeline Mahoney.
At Brian Russell Smith.
And I'm at Test Drag.
Like, comment, subscribe, leave a review. It really does make a difference, y'all. I know you're hearing this on all the channels, all the shows. Just try it out for us. You know, right now, just scroll down, you leave a comment. Hey, you guys are all so hot, something like that. You leave a 5-star review if you're on Apple Podcasts. Or if you're watching on YouTube, just hit that subscribe button. You don't even have to remember on Mondays. We're going to take care of the remembering for you. How good is that? There's too much to remember in the world these days. Until next time, that's a wrap.